Okay, it's been a while since our last update. I've been out of the hospital from the stem cell transplant for, I think a full month now. We're in April. I had my stem cell transplant early February. I forget the exact date. I want to say around like the 15th or so. Had a little bit more complications and reaction to that than I originally thought. Turns out my body, probably like many others, needed a lot more time and rest following the stem cell transplant. I really thought I was gonna be able to work while in the hospital for 3 weeks. That turned out not being the case. I ended up having to take short-term disability while I finished recovering. First week in the hospital was mostly just chemotherapy and just resting. And then, I did six straight days of chemo. And then on the 7th day is when they infuse you back with your own stem cells, which I actually have some video of it. Let's take a look at that. It's actually kind of cool. Didn't think that you'd be able to see the stem cells as they go in, but they kind of look like rolling particles in the little tube going back into your body. So that's kind of cool. But following that next day was fine after the transplant, but then, man, did I get hit with a ton of bricks. It kind of takes everything out of you. You need really assistance doing a lot of stuff, or at least I did. And you're in the hospital, so you don't really get much sleep. Getting woken up every 4 hours, and just not the best place to. It's not the best place to get some rest if that's what you need to recover. But luckily, after those next 14 days, I would say, body got to the point to where I could come home and continue recovery from here, which I think really helped my morale and food. Hospital food, not the best when you're going on eating it for 3 weeks. I feel bad for the folks that are in there a lot longer than that. My predicament, every time I'd order food, it was well over an hour before it got to me. So most of the time I was eating cold food, whatever it was. And then after the transplant, food really did not have a great taste to it. So I was not really eating at all for probably a good like 4 or 5 days. Lost a lot of weight. Only got down to about, I'd say 10 pounds under what I normally am through chemo and treatments. So not too bad. But on the bright side, Easter's this weekend. I feel great. I've had some good test results. Still have a meeting with the radiologist, oncologist. Just had another CAT scan that came back pretty decent. I'll have a PET scan here in May to make sure there's nothing cancerous going on. But all signs are pointing to things are looking better right now. There's still some areas of interest in my stomach, and we just want to make sure that those are not residual cancer cells hanging out in there. But everything else, neck, chest, all that, clear. So that's good news. So yeah, hopefully, still keeping my fingers crossed, everything is still on its way out of my system. Funny side effect, which you may or may not be able to tell, I can't tell on this camera, but facial hair is starting to grow back in. I kind of joke around, I'm in my teenage puberty facial hair growing era right now. So it's only been growing in right here, but as of today, the sideburns started growing in, and then on top of my head, you can see it's starting to get a little darker. So we're starting to get some hair regrowth, which I had that happen right before the stem cell transplant. But the chemo drugs that they give you for that wiped it out within 2 days. or else I'd probably actually already have hair to show. That chemo was not fun whatsoever. Most of the days were fine. It's the very last drug they give you on the beam program was the real nasty one, and that's what led to everything falling back out in the hospital. I don't know how many more of these update videos I'm gonna do. I'm looking out through my summer, and you know, we've got a few trips booked. Gonna head up to Michigan for a couple weeks this summer. Take the kids all around the state. Got a couple other places around Ohio we're gonna go camping, so I can't wait to do all that. Yeah, so not much really treatment-wise going forward. If I do have any updates or things that go awry, I will make a video to document it, let everybody know what's going on. But yeah, I kind of just want to get back into making some fun videos. I've had a lot of time to think about what's going on out here and what I want to do and the way I want to take the videos. Been watching and trying to connect with a lot of content creators, trying to get some inspiration. I really want to change up the format of how I make turning videos. So still got to finish cleaning up the shop. You probably noticed some things have moved around. Haven't done a shop update in a while. But I think we got to tackle a big project in the house first. Once that's done, then I'm going to paint the walls, put something up here on the ceiling to help brighten this space up. I'm just not a fan of the yellow. So thanks to everybody that has watched any of these cancer update videos. I'm very appreciative of all your kind messages and stories of your treatment process and where you are in your cancer journey. I hope everyone can have a happy ending to your cancer saga. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you next time.